Let's film study. All right, so we're taking a look at the Kansas City Chiefs Pittsburgh Steelers game from Christmas. All right, so we're particularly interested in Nick Bolton and Drue Tranquill here, the two inside backers. All right, so the first thing we're going to look at is the formation. Looks like we've got a receiver in a cut split here. We've got a tight end and another tight end down here, so that's a wing, and that's altogether a cluster. Okay, so we have 12 personnel. That's one back, two tight ends with a cluster to the left. So this will be cluster 3. One guy here in a normal split, that's Pickens. So this is cluster 31. Quarterback under center, home back. I believe that's Najee Harris. All right, we're going to let it run. You can see Tranquill and Bolton off the ball there. Really good. All right, so this is just a zone play. Call it inside zone, outside zone. Doesn't really matter. I guess this is more of an inside zone. All right. Now, well, the thing the Chiefs always do a great job of is up front, staying square. We'll go to the other angle and we'll look at that. All right, so Bolton and Tranquill should be, they're looking at the backfield. As soon as he steps, they're going to step with him. He steps to their right, they step to their right. Okay. Now, before the ball's even snapped, you see we've got a safety down in the box here, meaning this is an 8-man front. Okay, so we have one gap because we have one back, right? One back, one gap in an 8-man front. So right now, he already knows he's got this A gap, right? Bolton's got this A gap, all right, and Tranquill's got this B gap. So as soon as the ball is snapped and he steps this way, they can just haul butt to their gaps. There they go. All right. Bolton shoots the A gap. And the best thing about this is, okay, so Bolton is a really good linebacker and he's having a great year. One thing he really understands is he wants to get as close to the inside part of his gap as he can. So if this A gap is his, right, then he wants to be as close to the blocker inside of that gap right here. Okay, so off the center's butt. And when he does that, it makes the guard's job very difficult. He can't climb him here and now and wash him out of this gap. So Bolton ends up with a tackle for loss here because of that angle right here. If he had taken this angle any more vertical like this guard would have climbed him and knocked him out of that gap. But instead, he stays very tight to the inside of his gap. He can run right through. Makes a great play here. Watch. Boom. All right. Now, what Drue Tranquill does on the other side here, number 23, he's going to do the same thing. Fit as tight to the inside of his gap as he can. So he's got this B gap in front of him. He's going to fit tight to this. All right, he's going to fight this shoulder and open this play side shoulder here. And when he opens that shoulder, instead of having to fight the entire man, who's probably 330 pounds, all he has to do is actually turn that shoulder around the guard's axis, around his own axis. All right, so watch how he does that. Punches that. See how he punches the play side shoulder, right? As opposed to trying to go right down the middle. He throws his right hip in, right? And he tries to get his right foot up the field. See how he turns his body there? That opens that shoulder for him, and he just keeps pushing on that shoulder, which continues to open that gate for him. And as long as he does that, he's fighting much less resistance than if he had gone down the middle. And that leaves no place for Najee Harris to run, allowing Nick Bolton from the backside to make this play. It's just great teamwork right there between two linebackers who understand what they're doing. Let's watch it all the way through. There you have it. Nick Bolton and Drue Tranquill are one of the best duos of inside linebackers in the NFL right now, and you can see why. They both understand exactly where they need to be and the tiny nuances of how to get there, right? Bolton went through the inside half of his gap. Tranquill made sure he attacked the play side shoulder and not the whole man, and it ended up in a negative yard play. So great job there. Until next time.